I just think it's interesting that Charlotte talked about Fa first instead of her. She didn't say thank you for this Englot vacation and then go about like, man, I really love Japan. I've always wanted to go, da 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 da. She went from thanking them to immediately impressing upon the crowd and everybody else how much this meant to Fa. And in turn, how much it meant to her because it meant so much to Fa. And she was there to experience it with Fa. What's up, Solicited Nation? It's your girl, Nikki, and I'm back with another Unsolicited Truth Reaction. Hello if you're new, welcome back if you're not. If you enjoy the content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below so we can keep this party going. And please, guys, continue to watch the ads, continue to hit the thanks button, continue to subscribe because all of that helps me continue to do this for you full time. Now, with that being said, I'm not going to hold us up. Engfa got jealous when Charlotte kissed someone during final and the someone is P-Champ, so don't even make no more out of it. Let's get straight to the video. Gotta do it every time. I gotta do it every time. Y'all know me, stop playing. I gotta do it every time, you know? Okay. If y'all hear anybody in the background, it's my nephew and my brother. Oh, yeah. I'm not even gonna address it. How about that? How about that? How about that?
บางทีอะถ้าไม่ใช่เรื่องของตัวเอง
I'll let Charlotte speak for herself.
ก็ไม่ต้องพูดก็ได้นะก็ไม่ต้องสารแหน่เสลอเจอพูดก็ได้นะมันดู
Plus, if you don't know the stories, then don't act like you know the stories. I've been reading a lot of stories. A lot of stories. Don't fall for the trap. Don't fall for the troll trap. That's all I'm gonna say.
ถ้าไม่ใช่เรื่องของตัวเองถ้าไม่เรื่องของคนอื่นเนี่ย
Don't fall for it.
ไม่ต้องเสลอพูด
Yep.
Sometimes I just like don't understand. I don't want to understand these kind of people because they doesn't worth my value. So yeah.
Yeah, don't give me your time, don't give me your attention. Hate cannot live where it doesn't have an audience. Hate cannot live where it doesn't have an audience. This, y'all, we got, but, it's her flexing. It was her flexing, Foz Philip Paddock for me. It was her flexing Foz Philip Paddock for me. Hey, that wink. Hey. She was winking at me, yo. I winked first. Y'all saw that. I winked first and she winked back, so I didn't wink back. That's all. I was just winking back. Who's back? Your fine self. Look at you. Good. Look at the move. She was so beautiful today, and Fa was very much giving Sia Berm, and she said it too. The real Sia Berm, the boss of the rock. I see you. Everybody else be in gowns, and this nigga Fa be like, I'm in a pants, I'm in a pair of slacks and a shirt and a blouse. Look at me. Charlotte laughing. She was like, wait, what? Ooh, child, to be a flower in that hand. What you say, girl? What you say, Sha? What you say, Sha? They were definitely laughing, I feel like, when they were, oh no, was it this one? Or was it, I feel like it was the other one. Maybe it was the other one, yeah. Look at them.
Did not succeed. There was a history of
sitting on the table. Look, hey man, she getting it. Our girl's getting it. She's developing her main character energy. I feel like, and hear me when I say this, right? Because everybody can use development, everybody can use feedback. I feel like Charlotte has the look to become the next queen of Thailand and even the next queen of MGI. But she needed to develop her on stage personality. She has an amazing personality off stage, you know what I'm saying? And she has a good personality on stage, but I feel like it could have been a little bit more emphatic, right? And a little bit more like, I don't want to use the word theatric or dramatic, but like, you know, just like a little bit more pizzazz, a little more charisma. You know what I'm saying? I feel that's what it is, charisma. And she just threw a little more riz up in that joint. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like she's learning, in my opinion, how to manipulate and play to the crowd the same way a certain Miss Grand Thailand of 2022 and a certain Miss Grand International, I forgot, I'm about to say Island, Miss Grand International first runner up. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Foz English is getting top tier, and Charlotte's charisma is getting top tier. So they definitely, you can see they definitely edifying each other. I like it. Iron sharpens iron, baby. He's like, okay, y'all. Yes, we can watch her all day. I do. I'm sorry. I shouldn't admit that, but I do. It's okay. It's all right. We're all here. This is a safe space. It's a safe space. You guys do to it. You guys do to it. You guys do to it. And I said it twice. You guys do it too. That was a dyslexia. Her walk there and smirk at the end. You better get it. Period. Ah! That's what I'm saying, bro. Look. Main character energy, yo. She's got it. And she gonna do it every time, yo. Yeah, she's definitely getting, personal lessons. She always say something inappropriate too when she gets scared. She always curses. What did she say there? I know y'all know what she say, yo. I love this moment. The queen's crown would stay on her head, so Fa took a pin out of her own hair. This is what she does. I love this. And she spoke about why she takes care of these people, like takes care of the other queens and stuff like that in these moments. She said it, that she doesn't ever want anybody to have a bad picture. You know what I'm saying? And like, I think she mentioned something. I'm not going to make it dramatic or paraphrase because I don't really recall exactly what she said, but I do know she just said that she wants to make sure that, that's such a special moment for them, and she wants to make sure that they always, you know what I'm saying, look presentable and look nice and make sure that, their picture turns out right. And I've seen her wipe tears and everything, like fix hair. Like, she does this for everybody, and I think it just shows why she is a queen and why she is the queen and why people, even the new queens, still look up to her as the queen. You know what I mean? They always refer to her, and it makes it because, like, come on, yo. Look at that. Love Charlotte staring at her babe. I mean, her friend. Oh, there it is. Period. She gonna stab. Gorgeous. I love this attire on her too. On both of them, they looked amazing. It's giving wedding vows. It's giving walking. Oh, why did you show Charlotte walk up? It's probably gonna come later. But still, I wanted to see Charlotte walk up. Hey, y'all, don't worry. I got y'all in the war room. Don't worry. We're not feeding into any of the hate, but we're gonna talk about the response to the hate that Charlotte. We're gonna talk about Charlotte's response in the next war room. We're gonna talk about Charlotte's response to the hate, but we're not gonna discuss the hate. We're not gonna discuss anything about what was said. We're not discussing the rumors, but we will discuss Charlotte's responses, and we will then go into, discussing the behavior of the two. You know what I'm saying? I got y'all in the next war room. Don't worry. I got y'all in the next war room. I promise. I got y'all in the next war room. Can I call you baby? Can you be my friend? Can you be my lover? Everybody's favorite. It's giving wedding vows. Yes. Englot's power, period. You better whoop. It's them laughing. You know they was I want to know what they were saying, because they were saying something. You could tell they were talking to each other as they were walking back. Yeah, let me tell you something. She said, "Thank you very much, P-Fang and Wink White family, for arranging this vacation for Englot. It really was P-Fa's dream to go to Japan." Y'all remember when do you remember when Fa said that? Y'all remember how early it was when Fa said that? It was the live they did with P-Patch and P-Toy, and they were dressed really cute. Y'all remember that? They were dressed really cute, and they were asking they asked Fa where she wanted to go, and she was like, her dream was she said it. She said, I really want to go to Japan. You know what I'm saying? But the way that she was talking about it, she was saying she wanted to go to Japan. She wanted to go with her lover. That was the word she used. She said her lover, and that was very, very early on in the Englot stages. Very early on, and I just think it's interesting that Charlotte talked about Fa first instead of her. She didn't say thank you for this Englot vacation and then go about man, I really love Japan. I've always wanted to go, da 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 da. She went from thanking them to immediately impressing upon the crowd and everybody else how much this meant to Fa. And in turn, how much it meant to her, because it meant so much to Fa, and she was there to experience it with Fa. Make good memories together, and that good memories last forever. Yeah. Dang, Warrington. That's their surname is Warrington. You know what's funny? Because I know a lot of gay couples do this. They want to start their own family, basically their own family. You know what I'm saying? And their own family name, and a lot of times they'll merge their last names. Warrington is actually a dope ass last name. I'm not even gonna hold you. If they got married and they did something like that where they changed both their names and took on Warrington so they could, you know what I'm saying, that's actually a lit last name. I doubt that they would do that. I feel like they would hyphenate Waraha Austin, or Austin Waraha, or I feel like Charlotte would take Fa's last name. I feel like Charlotte would take Fa's last name because Fa's dad only had girls, but Charlotte's dad has a son, at least one son. So I feel like he has somebody to carry the Austin name on, but Fa, they don't, their older sister is married, and I think she has 2 kids or something. I don't know, don't get me the line, but I know she has some kids, and but they obviously would have their dad's last name. So, it's up to P Dad and Fa, you know what I'm saying, to keep their dad's name going. And I really think that Fa would be the one, just because of her role in the family and just the family dynamic of her being almost more like the son, you know what I'm saying, the only son as opposed to the youngest daughter. I feel like she would definitely 100% be the one to give her kids her dad's last name, for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying P Dad wouldn't, but I'm just saying I just know Fa would do that. And I feel like Charlotte would respect it. I saw you kiss P-Fa on the cheek in the live. Yeah, I saw siblings kiss each other normally. Yo, that Fa was already Fa was holding that rose. You know what I'm saying? It was, she was moving it around a little bit, But when Charlotte gets me champ, that rose went into the went into a cyclone cycle. That shit went into the spin cycle. That joint was like if she could have launched them flowers, she probably would have. Look at them joints went aggressive spin mode. She said it would probably be inappropriate. If I was like, relax. You say you bro and sister? She said, I guess. MC said, that's siblings are suspicious. Exactly. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. I got a lot I want to talk to you about in the war room, but I'm gonna say this. I'm not mentioning no names. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can draw from this what you will. But a lot of people, a lot of Eng ships get compared to Englot. And I'm gonna say this. I want y'all all to do me a favor. Pick whichever Eng ship that is not Englot. And I want you to go to TikTok or, YouTube or whoever and type in that Eng ship's name and then jealous moments or just jealousy. Tell me what comes up. I'm not gonna say nothing. I just want you to tell me what comes up. I want you to tell me what comes up. That is one thing, in my opinion, that differentiates Englot. And it's like the one thing, like you can say, oh, I seen her do this with that person and do this with that person. That ain't no different than how she is with this person. But there is one thing in particular. Well, there's more than one thing, but this one thing in particular I'm talking about right now. This one thing in particular I'm discussing right now is something that for me creates a major divide. I'm talking Grand Canyon divide between Englot ship and all the other Eng ships. Okay? All right? Do your own research. Go type in whatever that Eng ship is, whichever one you choose, there's several, and then type in jealousy moments. Then come back here and tell me what comes up. I dare you. Prove me wrong. I dare you to prove me wrong. I dare you to prove me wrong. Find a moment. And not one you manufacturing because you done put some dramatic ass music behind it and try to make it into. I'm talking about a legitimate jealous moment like the ones we have seen several times between Englot. The jealous moments we have seen specifically from Fa. The overreactions to Charlotte being affectionate with people. How she feels about that. She said how she feels about it. She's vocalized how she feels about that. Remember when, was it Brace Mouth? Crazy. Y'all call it Brace Face? Remember Brace Face? Remember? Yeah. About the kiss? Remember? Bro, I dare you. Look it up. I dare you. Come prove me wrong. I dare you to prove me wrong. Look. I was like, Not that should be me. Y'all, Jam, shut up. Not that should be me playing. Y'all crazy. That should be me is crazy. If I was sitting there like, I think Fa good with this. You know what I'm saying? I think she might have just, I think she's just always gonna feel like that because she's so possessive with Charlotte. I feel like it really could be anybody. And Fa gonna still feel some type of way. I'm feeling bad for the flowers. Yeah, them joints got beat up after that.
วันนี้เนี่ยถ้าคนโสดครับผมเขาเห็น3คู่แบบ
Y'all, I'm gonna let this part play and then I'm gonna see if JAMX added the other part. Let's see. This right here was just so the question real quick. For the people who come today, how do they make the person, like how do they get the person that they want basically? How do they know if they feel like this is the right person? How do they make that person their person today? Like how do they make them okay? How do you make them your lover today? Basically, that's the question I think.
มีคู่กลับบ้านไปด้วยต้องทำยังไงครับ
Based on their responses. And Charlotte, if Fa said it doesn't have to be today. She said if they are the right person, you just gotta wait for the right time. Now, that sounds familiar. Does that not sound familiar? It doesn't have to be today. If it's the right person, if they are the right person, you just got to wait for the right time. That's Fa's spot. That's what Fa said. That's Fa's response, okay? That's Fa's response. Charlotte goes, if it's the right person, you don't have to wait for time. Cause after I feel like after Fa said that, Jam cut the clip, but Fa did like the the little you know what I'm saying? Like she really like that's a bar right there. Like I threw a line out there. Charlotte came back and was like, nah, this is a bar. She said if it's the right person, you don't have to wait for time. She said, why wait? Like tell me that don't sound like them. That's Englot in a nutshell. Charlotte is like, Fa is like, yo, if you're the right person for me, I'll wait for however long I need to wait. We know that. We see that. Got it. Great. Charlotte is like, no, if you're the right person, and I know you're the right person, and you know I'm the right person, she said, I ain't waiting on no time. She said, I want it right now. But listen, Linda. Let me see if JAMX did it, though.
จริงๆไม่ต้องรอก็ได้ค่ะ
นั่นไง
There it goes. Oh, you cut it. But go, hold on. Right person, right time, that's sus. They just answering the question, but why it looks like they're attacking each other. Yeah, not attacking each other. That's not what that was about. But because JAMXJ cut it off. Let me see. I don't think JAMXJ is gonna. Nah. So real quick, before I move forward, I gotta show you what JAMXJ should have included after that piece, because this is super important. All right, so JAMXJ should have included this portion right here. So after you saw it was actually Fa had already turned, so that you were getting ready to see that clip. So after Charlotte said, after Fa answered the question and Fa said, she said she said it doesn't have to be today. Now that's what was important about what Fa said. Listen, she said it doesn't have to be today. If it was the right person, you can wait for the right time. And Charlotte came back and said, if it's the right person, you don't have to wait on time. So Fa immediately turns to Charlotte. And she says, so Charlotte said, Fa immediately goes, no, I was talking about today. Like I meant today. What Fa was saying is it's not pertinent to make that decision or make that person today, like this very second, this very moment, is what Fa was trying to explain. Basically, all I'm saying is the reason why I feel like this moment was important is because Fa could tell by Charlotte's response that Charlotte was responding to what she said directly. You know what I'm saying? And specifically because it's something we've heard Fa say in reference to who? Englot. So Charlotte was like, oh, okay, cool. That's what's up. That's sweet. So we subbing. Okay. So she slides her sub in and Fa go, no. I wasn't trying to talk about us. I wasn't saying that. She was like, I was talking about Fa was like, it's not necessary to do it right now, today, in this moment. She said, Fa explains herself a lot when it comes to Charlotte. She doesn't like for Charlotte to misunderstand her, even though they do need to still work on their communication. They're getting better at it. Fa wanted to make sure that didn't turn into a moment immediately. She immediately is what I'm getting at. She immediately turned to explain herself and correct whatever she thought Charlotte may have taken from that based on her response. All right, y'all. There's a lot of effort to just be putting in. A friend, you don't even really hardly care if there's a misunderstanding, especially over something like that. You know what I'm saying? This is the kind of stuff you explain to your girl because you know you got to go home and get them. Never mind. Nah, they weren't attacking each other, though. I know Jam was just being lighthearted, though. Just being jokey. Yo, what's crazy is y'all already know what moment that is, right? I put that joint, y'all remember when Fa was standing behind Charlotte and she opened her shirt up? She said she had an Adidas jacket and she said, blah, and she was standing on the van. Charlotte was talking to the fans and Charlotte was standing inside the door of the van and she was like, blah, and she, showed her little black bra and everything like that. And everybody was like, oh, and they started telling Charlotte turned around and Fa was already covering herself up and she got in the van and Charlotte got in the van, was like, okay. There's a lot of that. It's these days, if we're going just based on behavior, these days, it's really hard to tell Fa from Charlotte, isn't it, y'all? It seems like they're starting to embody each other. And that's interesting because I remember Fa or Charlotte saying that they don't spend that much time together. You know what I'm saying? I remember her saying that a little bit ago. And she was like, they hardly ever see each other. I think it was the A-Level live. She was like, yeah, we grown apart. That's what she was saying in that live. You know what I'm saying? But she was also sulking a little bit. So who knows where that was really coming from. But then I remember in the Japan live that they just did on the Miss Grand Thailand page, Charlotte, somebody asked her if she was gonna miss Fa when she goes to England. She was like, no. She was like, I see her all the time. She was like, I'm already bored. And then she told Fa, hey, don't miss me when I go to England. And Fa said, oh, okay. Jokingly, obviously, being facetious. And then she goes on to proceeds to sing like a farewell song, being even more facetious and teasing. But yeah, their behavior is starting to mimic a lot. It's like mirroring each other. It's very interesting for two people who don't spend a lot of time together and are growing apart. Right, Char? She was just getting her feelings, child. You know how you be just saying anything.
Like, hi.
You be saying anything in your feelings. Yo, let me tell you something. People can say anything in their feelings. My mom, hold on, is this the end? Okay, I'm gonna let this person not touch it. Oh, I like the sunflower shirt, y'all. I mean, Fa. Damn. That was a Freudian slip. I really meant to say Fa, y'all. I dead ass meant to say Fa. Nice shirt, though. I like it. I'll say the story for another day. It ain't important. Probably didn't already told it to you. But yeah, y'all. Can't wait for the next war room. Probably won't be till I get home. Which should be this Saturday. I'll be home on Saturday. But it'll be worth the wait. I promise. I'm gonna make sure it's gonna be a nice, good, juicy one. Whatever. We're creeps. I'm gonna make sure it's gonna be a nice, good, juicy one. I promise you that. All right. But I hope you guys enjoyed these reactions that I've given you today. And I will also be dropping a vlog, so make sure you stay tuned for that. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this reaction as much as I did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Don't be afraid to share. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you be notified every single time I upload. And if you've been here before, then you already know I gotta hit y'all with the deuces.